fishing a little rock pile. I know there's rock here because there's a sign over there that says rock. So anyway, we're out here fishing that. It's not a very big one, but fishing a KVD finesse worm with an 1/8 ounce weight. This is a nice, cute little largemouth bass. It's gonna grow up and be somebody someday. All this is a KVD finesse worm. It's a floating worm. So basically this tail will be floating up in the air like this. And I've got it on an 1/8 ounce weight, but that 1/8 ounce weight's not pegged. It's able to slide. So this way that bait will have all the movement possible. So it gets a nice movement. That tail will start wiggling back there. Just pulling it through the rocks. Basically what I call counting rocks. You know, I can feel it pull over the rock, and I want to make sure that I keep contact with the bottom. So I pull it over, I can feel it fall off that rock, and I let it sit there, maybe wiggle it a little bit, and then drag it over to the next one and have it slide over the next rock, and just, you know, real easy and slow. Great little bait for finessing around the rock piles, gets in the cracks of the rocks. Thing is, you can catch little tiny fish like that, or, you know, a 10-pounder. I mean, they are definitely all together down there. You know, we're at world famous Clear Lake. I mean, you know, there's an uncountable amount of 5 to 8 pounders, and everybody thinks they have to have these giant broomstick rods and 20-pound line, and that's definitely not the case. You know, I'm using a 7.6 medium heavy rod and a TLC 3000 spinning reel from Lou's and 8-pound line. It's a great way to catch fish, especially if the situation's a little tough and getting bites is a little tough. It's a good way to attract a bite. You know, go ahead and downsize your gear and finesse one out of them rocks. We went by earlier trying to catch them with reaction baits, downsized, and you know, now we're getting bites. So downsizing is definitely a good way to catch some fish when it gets tough.